turn the screen around. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, how's everybody doing tonight? The YouTube videos are about 10 days behind, and right now we're making a pretty big dent into corn planting, so I figured I'd do a live stream, catch everybody up a little bit. But yeah, I'm down here in a 180 acre field. Just about got it wrapped up tonight, and then I'm gonna go over to the next 180 acre field, which is right over there. Where's the chats? I can't see them right now. Good evening, Kevin. So I'm sure some of you are wondering how we're getting along with the Massey planter. So far, so good. We got about 600 acres on it, and been running like a top. Really liking the precision side of things. I got some pretty long rows, so this was a great field to do it live in, and I'm getting kind of bored. I'm going to show you guys the 2020 a little bit. So, yeah, I really like this monitor. Pretty intuitive planning setup. And then we're still using our ag leader for mapping, and then our Fent monitor here is just basically all the stuff that pertains to the tractor, hydraulic settings, that kind of stuff. So one thing I still haven't got the hang of is folding and unfolding this planter that you can't really see at all back there. It's a little dusty, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Where's Bob? Isn't he the corn planter man? Not this year. I think one of those lights over there might be him and a sprayer. It's either him or BJ, I'm not sure. But he is spraying 28 on corn. So the way we do our fertilizer, right after we plant corn, we give it a shot of nitrogen. We don't use a or starter fertilizer. We just put 20, 25 gallons. I can't remember what he's putting on. He might be putting 15 on right now. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Anyways, we put a small dose of nitrogen, 28% on the corn after it's planted, and that's kind of the starter for it, you might say. But that's what he's doing. We will have all of our soybeans planted tomorrow. Good for you. We don't have any. That has me a little worried. That's why I'm planning on pulling a late night tonight. Get a good chunk of this corn knocked out so that tomorrow, or well, I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but at some point one of us is going to be planting beans. BJ is spreading bean ground fertilizer. The dad's spraying, so either me or dad, one of us is going to plant some beans in the near future. We'll after tonight we'll have a good bit of the corn in. Won't be done by any means, but we'll have 2/3 of it in the ground by the end of the day. Roughly 2/3, something like that. Raining in southwest Michigan. I don't think we're supposed to get any till tomorrow afternoon, which is kind of what I'm banking on. How's the precision monitor? So far, I like it. It's different from the ag leader for sure. It has a bunch of different data sets. I like it. I like it quite a bit. I like being able to see all that stuff all the time, and then also still have my ag leader for steering. But yeah, so far, pretty good. I did have one little glitch with it. Not sure what happened, but for whatever reason, when I moved to this field's acre counter already had 100 acres on it from the field that I moved to from here. So I don't know why that happened, but it did. But other than that, it's worked pretty good. So yeah, according to my 2020, I've planted 252 acres in this field, and that is not the case. That is this field and the last one combined. Hello from England. It's a fair piece away. No planting, too wet in Minnesota. So you guys will see in a video coming up, but I was actually in Minnesota yesterday. We got a 1/2 inch of rain Tuesday, and I was at an event Fent was putting on yesterday. I got back last night, and by the time I got back, all the rain had soaked up, and well, I probably should have planted yesterday, but here we are. As you can see, it's definitely dusty. But while I was in Minnesota, it basically rained the whole time. How are the LSWs with the planter? So far, I like them. I was worried about them in the strips, but I actually think they're better in the strips than the skinny tires. You get those skinny tires on that strip when you're turning, and it really smashes into them pretty good. And these ones just kind of float across it. I think they do pretty good. I like them. How did you get Dad out of the planter tractor? Well, I think Dad was a little nervous about trying to learn a new planter, and he had some spraying to do, and well, I kind of wanted to plant the corn this year, so here I am. I'm sure he will be in it at some point, or he'll be planting beans. He'll be planting something at one point this year. And so far this thing's been working pretty much like a top, so I think he would have enjoyed this. He was a little nervous with our old planter. He had some issues with it, and I think he had really stopped trusting some of the new tech in the new planters. But like I say, if he'd planted this year or this one, he really wouldn't have had much trouble. The first day I had a hydraulic hose that was leaking. It was just loose from it being a brand new planter. Tightened that up and haven't had a bit of issues back there. The only times I've gotten out are to pee, refill seed, and check depth. That's been it, which is pretty handy. Helps fly through some acres. Gotta put you guys down. It's so dusty I can't see if we're out of the ground, and well, probably don't need to be holding a phone while I'm doing that. Okay, I'm back. How does it compare to the old planter? The planter itself, I would describe the Massey planter as I would say it's more of an economy style planter in that it doesn't have some of the cool latest and greatest things like load management would really be the main thing that this planter is lacking. Everything else on it is precision. When I say economy, I mean the toolbar itself is on the more economy-based side just because it does not have some of that technology that would be proprietary to a toolbar. The units themselves are precision, and they have been working flawlessly. The planter itself has been working flawlessly. I really like it. It does have 6 wheels across the back, which took a while to get used to, but I haven't noticed any extra pinch rows because of it yet. We've also been in very forgiving conditions. It's extremely dry. I haven't planted anything remotely marginally wet yet, so I guess I wouldn't really see pinch rows at the moment. But so far, I really like the planter. No complaints. I guess the only complaint I would have would be the box size of the actual central fill. I believe this planter holds 90 or 95 units. I wish it held 100 because seed boxes come in 50 unit increments usually. And that would just make that a little bit more convenient. Now that said, for some reason we bought an ungodly amount of different hybrids, and I don't have that many hybrids where I have 100 units of. Most of them are 50 unit increments. I only have one hybrid that I have 100 units of. Everything else I either have 25 or 50. So I have not filled up this planter once yet. I've put 50 units in it, which plants about 120 acres. Get out, refill. Today I will plant 5 different hybrids, I believe. Pretty close to 5 hybrids. Might not get them all empty, but I've already planted 3. Yeah. So it kind of slows me down a little bit as far as that goes. But I don't know. We'll have a large selection of hybrids to see, well, I guess what does best for us. One thing we are doing this year a little different is we are really selecting where hybrids go a little bit more precise. That's part of the fertilizer program we started using. The agronomist from that helps us choose where to put hybrids. So today, for example, I've been doing a little bit of running around once I put a hybrid in the planter. Like, oh, I got 30 acres up the road that this can go in. So done that a few times, and that kind of slows me down, but I guess if it pays dividends in the fall, it'll be worth it. I'll show you guys what's out here, but just so daggone dusty, you really ain't gonna be able to see nothing. I mean, it's dusty. But tractor's really steering good on the strips. The strip till tractor and this Fendt tractor both have new Ag Leader's new steer command, and I don't know if that made it steer a little bit better, but generally we'll have a little bit of wandering on the RTK lines, and this year they've just been calling. He's probably going to call again. That was really loud. What hybrid do you have in now? I have in, just hit something there. DeKalb 6595, so 115 day DeKalb variety. Is the old planter ready to go if you need it? The old planter hasn't been touched since last year, so I can't imagine a time where we'll need it. At one point we were going to have it hooked to a tractor, but some things changed and tractor availability became a little tight, and now it hasn't moved. It would be a tragedy if we needed that, because I can't see a situation where that happens. Now that I've said that, it'll probably happen. I hope not. Someone asked if I like the new tractor over the old tractor. I assume you're talking about the Challenger and the Fendt. I like the interface on this Fendt a little bit better, but overall the tractors themselves are basically identical. Oh, didn't turn. Probably better back up. The tractors themselves are so close to identical that they both function pretty much the same. This one has a bigger hydraulic pump, which for a high-speed planter with downforce, you kind of need a lot of hydraulic capacity. That is one of the downfalls of a high-speed planter. Our old Challenger, when it was hooked to our John Deere planter, after we did the high-speed conversion on it, was completely maxed out. In fact, I think it was hurting the performance of that planter. I think we didn't have enough hydraulic capacity. Turned around here and we'll answer a few more questions. How's the American tech versus German tech in the planters? Well, the planter is all American technology here. Massey Ferguson planters, I believe, are made in Heston, Kansas. Precision is an American company, so not a lot of German technology on that end. Now, the tractor has a lot of German technology in it. Fendt is a German company owned by an American corporation. So a lot of stuff there is on the German tech side of things. And it's okay. I really like the tractors, but as far as the tech goes, for the most part, we use Ag Leader. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of tech in this tractor that's proprietary to this tractor that's really good stuff. But yeah, as far as the planter goes, it's all American. How do you handle the liquid application limitations? I assume you're talking about H2 Ohio. I guess I'm not sure what you're talking about. You ever use guidance system with the AGCO tractors? I think it's called TopCon. TopCon is a brand of guidance. This tractor has a Trimble guidance system built into it, but I'm using an Ag Leader guidance system. I have used AGCO's guidance before we became all Ag Leader based. It was okay. As far as the actual steering goes, just about all the systems that I've ran have steered well. Where they really start to separate themselves is the data management stuff on the back end of things. With Ag Leader, we use Agfinity. I guess if you're from the Deere side of the house, it would be kind of similar to Operations Center, except that it doesn't really monitor the tractor data as much. It just basically monitors your applied data. But that's really what separates, in my opinion, the guidance companies. the ones that have something like that and the ones that don't. I don't know if Trimble has something. I'm sure they do, but whenever I was using Trimble before, they did not. The OEM display in here, AGCO has something. I found it a little bit more confusing. I guess the times that I've played with it, maybe it has changed. I haven't messed with it in years, like 3 or 4. But I really like Agfinity. It is super simple and easy to use, which for a dummy like me, that is a good thing. Turn you guys around so you're not looking at my mug. How's the relationship with BJ grown with working with him on the farm over the years? So, for those of you that don't know, BJ and I are brothers. He's 12 years older than me. We've always had a brotherly relationship, but being 12 years older, I was really never around my brother that much. I mean, I would see him from time to time. We live right down the road from each other, so our kids are somewhat close in age, a couple of them, so we see each other. But now that we all work together, I see BJ every day, multiple hours a day, and this is definitely the closest I've ever been with my brother. And I mean that in a good way, like we get along pretty good, so not bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure if you watched the last video, you can see everybody was a little heated in that one. I don't think we were really mad at each other, but whenever we're all in an agitated state, sometimes we say things. But yeah, we all get along really well, so I guess what I'm saying in a long way is our relationship is much better now. I still can't believe how dry it is. This was all underwater right through here a month ago. And like I said, we had a ½ inch of rain Tuesday. This is Thursday. Locked on our line here. Drop our planter. And yeah, let's see. Maybe I'll try 30-inch beans. Not a big fan. I mean, if we ever had white mold, we probably would, but we don't have white mold issues yet, so I've only combined 30-inch beans a few times. Dad grew up combining them, and he absolutely despised it. Once drilled beans became a thing, he switched, and then when planted beans became 15-inch, he switched again, and he likes them much better as far as a combining perspective. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience combining 30-inch beans. The times I did, I could see why he didn't like it, maybe, but I don't know, maybe someday, but for now, we're going to stay where we're at. See here, I'm kind of trying to find these last point rows. There we go. So we've got another 10 acres on the other end of the field. Head up there and finish that up, and then this field is done. And that's relieving. Let's see here. Get turned around and I'll answer a few more questions. So I've got a good ways to go before I drop the planter back in the ground, so we will just basically lock on an AB line. That way we're not running right on it row. Yeah, like we've got like a ½ a mile before we get back to another part of the field. There we go. Oh, shoot. Nope, not that one. I want it over here. Here, I'll show you the field we're in. You can see we're a ways from the next part that needs applied. or planted. This is a very efficient field to run now. It's basically, I think it's about 1.25 miles from one end to the other. We used to plant it the other direction, and you just turned around all the time. And finally got Dad talked into planting it the other way. And, I mean, we're going to have to make a few just passes through it to turn around when we're doing corn, like harvesting. But other than that, much better, much better. Okay. Greetings from Europe. Have you started to rebuild the older grain sep, or is that after planting? That'll be after planting. Do you think you will trade the JD planter off? I don't know. Not that I love the JD planter so much I want to keep it, but grain prices are just terrible right now for doing stuff like that. Are you in for some rain coming? I believe so. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow afternoon and Saturday. I don't know about the rest. How fast can you plant with that? Is it high speed? It is. I can plant 10 miles an hour. I've been keeping it to about 8 to 9 just because the planter seems to do a better job as far as skips and multiples. If the ground conditions are perfect, I can go faster. There was a few times on the other end of the field it's nice and smooth, and I think I got up to like 9.5, and we were planting just like a dream. But generally, I'd plant about 8.5. Do you prepare your spray tracker ready to go? Did you prepare your spray tracker ready to go, or do you still need to get it ready to go? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. How acres corn are planned on planting? How many acres of corn are we planting? Just shy of 1,500 acres. So we will be, after today, we won't get to 2/3 today, but tomorrow before it rains, I'm hoping we'll be at 2/3 complete on corn planting. Say 0 on beans, but 2/3 on corn's the plan. Are you enjoying the new home? We are. So far, really enjoying it as summer's coming on. Really enjoying it. Kids are playing in the yard all the time. Dax has basically turned the yard into a racetrack, so if you watch the channel much, you've probably seen the lawn care commercial I did a while back. Well, I was serious in that I was trying to grow grass in there, and well, it's really hard to grow grass in there when there's a kid driving a razor through it like he's doing hot laps at Bristol. But they're having a blast. Kayla likes the house, and it's something we've been planning on doing for a long time, so we're very happy. Very happy. What are your soil temps right now? I don't know, but it was 92 degrees earlier, so I'm not super worried about soil temperatures. Now, I was talking to the master pipe layer earlier, and he was saying they're kind of chilly right now, like rain and 40 degrees chilly. We are not there. Now, it did frost 10 days ago, but I think frost concerns are over. I'm not worried about it frosting anymore. Say that and we'll get snow. How's your planter going? It's been wet here, hard to get anything done. Guys around here are hammering down. I've seen a few big farmers that I know finished up today and yesterday. 6,000, 7,000 acre operations, and they're done. Both corn and beans. So yeah, it's been dry and good conditions, so a lot of guys are hammering it out right now. Is your dad scaling back his work on the farm? Because I thought he did corn planting. Yes and no, not really. I don't know how to answer that. Dad will not, he's going to farm as long as he can, I would say. This is what he loves to do. With this being a demo planter, I guess I wanted to be the one running it, and he was kind of leery about trying to learn a new planter, so I kind of wanted to start moving into the corn planting side of the operation, and this was just kind of the opportunity to do it, I guess. Hey Brian, I'm subscribed. Thank you. And anybody else, if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying it, go ahead and click it. 12,000 acres done in Illinois. That is impressive. When are you getting your honeybee? I actually got a picture of our honeybee at the factory being built 2 days ago. So it's on the production line. Hoping to have that first part of June because our wheat is a little ahead of schedule, especially with it being so warm. So we will be needing that thing, I would say mid-June is my guess. A little earlier than normal. Have you seen the new STP disc openers? Uh-oh. Why do we have a seed unit that's not planting? We should not be out of seed yet. Wouldn't you know, I do a live stream and we get one start acting up. Well, folks, that's going to end the live stream a little early. Man, we might be out of seed. This must be a big seed because I did not think we would run out this fast. Well, folks, that's going to do it for the video. I thought I had enough seed to do a live stream and maybe plant a few rounds over the next field, but I guess not. Thanks for watching. There would have been a video tonight, but well, I ended up working a little later than I thought. So thanks for watching. There will be a video out tomorrow. There's a couple really interesting videos coming out, hopefully over the weekend, so make sure you catch those, and I mean, you'll know when you see the thumbnails. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. How do I end this? Everything's moved. They've moved every button. End? No? What's that? No? Maybe. Man, I really don't know how to do this.